Hey everybody, it's Ken with AMN, the mobile edition. I am cruising. I'm about an hour from home, and I'm like, what better time than to make a Ken with AMN video? I've got nothing else to do other than to focus on the road. Yeah, Ken with AMN. It's Ken with AMN. We're now in November 2024. I wish I could complain about something, but I really don't have that much to complain about. I wanted to give a couple updates. Number one being, remember I talked to you about putting carbs in my diet, and it's actually been working out pretty good. I did see a spike in weight gain, but then I've been smart. Like, I was having potato chips for lunch, but then I switched to vegetables as a side just to fill my stomach up, and I have a little bit of wheat bread, and life is good. But like, I was blaming my number two issues on AMN when it was keto, and I think the lack of carbohydrates, and because like that stuff would go through me. And and I've kind of told the story before, but like every Saturday morning I wake up, I get around, I take my drugs. I have to go a block from my apartment to buy lottery tickets for this channel. I had many times, like just to make the block. I would almost like crap myself, and sometimes I did from that block. And that's even at home, thinking, my everything's cleaned out. Nope, joke's on you. So, yeah, which keto in general is really weird. Like, keto will also constipate you, which AMN will constipate you. So, but what I found is not doing keto, I'm not nearly as constipated anymore either. And again, it's kind of TMI, but it's AMN. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like, for me personally, it has been so much better. And as I told my one friend Austin, pooping like a brother. I'm pooping like a brother, everybody. We don't even know what that means, but you pooping's good. But and as you can see, the sideburns are coming in. I even had to trim them. So while the facial hair growth is much slower, it's still possible. It just takes a while. But again, I'm still planning to talk to my endocrinologist about this when I see him the day after Christmas. I think in general, it's more of the Addison's, I think, that has to do, the adrenal insufficiency that has to do with the hair loss. But because I've talked to other guys who have AMN that don't have adrenal insufficiency, and their hair growth and loss is completely normal. So, like, But yeah, and other than that, you can see the rollator in the back. I've been putting that upwards because I was putting it the other direction. It was really starting to bang up the back of my car. And again, I put a lot of like I have some carpet samples back there to keep it so I don't ding up the back of the car. This is a lease, and I'm gonna have to give it back, so we don't want to totally bang it up. So it's been working out there. It does block my rear view a little bit, but nothing too bad. But rollating everywhere. I've been rollating everywhere, and again, I kind of like I said in some episodes ago about I felt like I'm the handicap man. I do feel like I'm a handicap man, but only in certain situations. Like, most times it's like whatever. I just go about my day like I don't even have it, and I feel like my life is normal. Like, I have no issues. And then there's times when you go into like a restaurant or something, or where there's no place to park your rollator without being a nuisance. You feel like literally you're a nuisance. And I don't like that, but I was just to where was I? Cracker Barrel restaurant for lunch, and that one worked out okay. Again, there was a table. I was able to park my rollator beside me, behind the other chair. Thankfully, there was a young girl who was behind, so she didn't need that much space to be able to get out. So it was like no worries, whatever. But we were out in Pittsburgh. We went to this really, really, really small diner, and yeah, it had room, but like I had to my rollator was like my companion, and but But I will say, when I went to Western PA, everyone was so nice to me. Everyone was holding the door open for me, and and I had an incident at the bar which had absolutely nothing to do with AMN or being alcohol. I didn't even drink anything at this point. I was at the casino and I sat down at the bar because I was thirsty. They weren't giving me any drinks on the floor, and well, I tried to sit down. Like, I pulled up the bar stool behind me, I thought, and however I hit it, it like literally flipped the bar stool. It flipped the bar stool, so the bar stool went back like this. So it was still up like this far off the ground, and when I did, my butt went down and it hit the, so literally child's play for me as much as I fall on my butt. So it was like, whatever. And I had these two drunk guys. They weren't fairly drunk, but they were helping me. I'm like, I'm good, man. I got back up. Then I'm trying to get on the bar stool, and they're like spotting me, and they were drunk, but we had a cool conversation about life in general, and I was telling them, like, this stuff happens all the time, so this is nothing to me. Like, get back up, I got a drink, and I was good, and I was on my way again. Like, and the one thing AMN and ALD, it teaches you not to sweat the small things in life. I feel I've talked to people who, don't have any illnesses or diseases, and they're over there sweating the small stuff. Like, you got no idea. Once you have a different picture in life, yeah, you don't sweat the small stuff. But so it's cool, and again, we're meeting next week. I don't even know if I mentioned it, but yeah, I should have to promote it more. But the ALD Connect annual meeting and Patient Learning Academy is this coming Friday and Saturday in Washington, D.C. I am going down. I took off Thursday and Friday from work. I'm going as far as Baltimore on Wednesday night. I got a room at a Holiday Inn Express. Got to eat that breakfast. And I'm going to do that. And again, it's literally 2 days after the election. And regardless of whatever happens with the election, we're hoping all okay. As long as there's like not mass hysteria in Washington, D.C., I will continue to go the rest of the way and to go to D.C., and it's going to be a good time. Anytime, again, if you're out there, you have AMN, ALT, if you've never met up with anyone, even if it's not at a meeting or a big group get together, just meeting up with people, you have so much in common, and everyone's so much fun. Like, at the end of the day, our life is filled with so much craziness that when you can kind of get together and you all have the same craziness, everyone kind of like lays back and realizes that you gotta have fun every once in a while, and that's, again, not sweat the small stuff and just enjoying life. But that goes for everyone out there, even if not. Everyone has issues, so you gotta, whatever your issues in, you still have to look at the issues and to tell yourself, don't sweat the small stuff. But yeah, so that's what I got going on, and all is really good. And we're cruising into the holidays, and the Min 102 trial, they keep trying to complete it and end it. I am supposed to go back to Boston for the completion of the advanced trial, but the FDA still has not approved it as a compassionate use study for me to continue to take the drug. So they're keeping me on the old study, which is like, okay. It all comes down to red tape, kind of. And okay, so now we're going to do this. But once the FDA approves it, then I can go on the compassionate use study, which at the end of the day, I really don't. I mean, I want to, because I want to continue taking the drug, but the compassionate use study, there's no kickbacks at all. Like, so if I have to go to Boston, it's on my dime, and the hotels, the food, the gas, which is, hopefully, ideally, it seems like it's going to be once a year, but preferably I can combo it with the Swan Bio trial, which that one they still are paying for me to go there. So they pay for the hotel, they pay for the mileage, they pay for the food, and then we'll just kind of double dip. But You gotta work the system, everybody. So. All right. Well, I have a quarter mile and I'm exiting right, so I need to pay attention here. But I'm Ken with AMN. That is the November 2024 update. Pooping like a brother. Sideburns are coming in, and I'm enjoying life. So, hope you are too. Until next time, keep those feet moving.